So thank you for joining us today. Would you please tell me a little bit about yourself and where you've come from today?
I'm Nina, I'm 29, I'm a nurse from Switzerland. I was working for a long time in the emergency room, and after the whole COVID crisis I was really off to do something new. I was diving before, so that's why I came back to Thailand.
When did you realise that you wanted to become involved in marine conservation, do you think?
It was actually, I think, 2 years ago when a friend of mine, she did some studies underwater while planting corals, and I got really interested in what she's doing. But I wasn't there with my dives yet, so I waited for me getting more comfortable underwater to do something like that.
So how did you find travelling to Thailand with these COVID restrictions? How did that affect you?
The travel itself was okay. It was very well organized with all the stops where they have to show your stuff that you had to prepare in advance. But the time before was really exhausting because the stuff was always changing. We had to do the COE at that time. So we had to have a lot of forms with insurance and payments and whatever, all this little stuff. But after I had everything together, I was at the airport and everything went well. So after that, the travel was good.
Excellent. So it's not your first time in Thailand then?
No, it's not. It's actually my 5th.
So how do you actually feel about the sort of Thai culture, the food and...
I love really how the people are so friendly all the time. They're really helpful and you can go up to them and ask them anything. The food is amazing. That's also big reason why I'm here.
Okay, so you've recently completed Reef Check Eco Diver Marine Conservation course. Did you learn a lot, and what was your most enjoyable aspect of the course?
I did learn a lot, and it was a fun week with you and the other two, so we had a lot of fun too, and it was I was learning a lot. I was diving before a lot. Now I have a different perspective to look at the coral differently, and also at the fish. Now I know more fish, I know more the name of the corals and what it is actually about, and what the fish are doing to the coral or not doing to the coral. So it's really interesting, and I got to learn a lot about it.
So what do you think your next step will be? What are you planning to do?
I'm starting an internship. If I like it a lot, I'm probably gonna stay a little longer to help you out with doing stuff.
What are you planning to do with the knowledge that you've gained and going to gain? And what do you think your next step will be?
If I go to other places, other countries, other dive shops, I want to spread my knowledge there and see how they work with it, and if they even know stuff about it. And also when I go back to Switzerland, share it with my friends and family to getting more attention to marine conservation.
Excellent. What do you think has been your best dive so far, and most rewarding perhaps?
Every dive I do, I experience something new. So it's not really one dive that I can say was the best. I think all dives are very, very different, and it's more of what you take out of the dive, seeing something really small or something really big.
Do you have any dream dive destinations where you'd love to go?
There's the Philippines, there is Australia with the Great Barrier Reef. I really want to see that before it's gone. I want to go to Mexico as well, to the Blue Holes, and there's a lot of stuff I really want to go and dive.
For anybody actually watching this, maybe thinking about getting involved with marine conservation, do you have any messages or advice for them?
Come and do it. It's amazing. You get a lot of knowledge to not just the diving. It's all about environment, and I would recommend this to anyone who likes to be in the water.
Would you say that you prefer diving with purpose or diving just for fun?
I do like diving with purpose, and I was doing a lot of fun dives before. We always did cleanup dives and stuff, and I always really liked it because it was not just me taking things out of the water, kind of memories. It was also doing something for it. So I'm help the coral and the ecosystem.
Nina, it was lovely talking with you. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you too.
time.